welcome to the 6th episode of the CoWorking Show from JoinMyTrip. My name is Anna, and this is a show for all the co-workers, remote workers, digital nomads, and for anyone that want to come any of these. So today we have a super special episode because I'm actually live on Madeira on a co-working trip with JoinMyTrip, and I have two special guests today. Mira and Vivi are my co-workers here on Madeira in our co-working villa from trip leader Fabian. And yeah, I thought today we're just going to talk about your guys' experience on a co-working trip with JoinMyTrip and how you like it, maybe things that you don't like, and just so you can share a bit of your co-working TripMate experience with JoinMyTrip. So why don't we start and you guys just introduce yourself. Vivi, maybe you want to start.
Okay, so what can I say about myself? My name is Vivian, I'm from Berlin, Germany. I'm working as an event manager for virtual events. So as Corona started, we all work from home, and why not then traveling and working from somewhere else? So that's why I'm here.
Nice.
And not only for a week, but later on a little bit more.
Nice. And Mira, what about you?
Yeah, my name is Mira. I'm from Munich right now. I work in recruitment and help doctors to find a job.
Nice.
Yeah, through Corona it was possible, or the government was telling us to stay at home and work from home. So yeah, this remote working opportunity, I took it for being here,
Nice.
enjoying the sun, and yeah.
That's so cool. And how did you guys find this trip? Like, did this idea come up to your mind?
Oh, in my case, that's a very nice story. If we have time, I can tell
You
it.
can tell it, sure.
Okay, I was in November as well at a remote working trip, but just with me and myself, so it was completely alone.
Single remote working trip.
Yeah, I thought, why not just trying it if it's working? And I booked an Airbnb at the Algarve, and I sat there. It was very, very nice, but a bit lonely as well. So yeah, I thought, why not sharing it with other people who are in the same situation as me? And then my mom actually told me she read something in the newspaper in the FAZ,
nice.
Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung, that there was someone called Tobias, I think, doing remote working at the Algarve, especially when I was there. So she called me, told me this story. And I wrote an email to the girl who wrote this article, and she said, yeah, of course, I can give you his number. So we had a phone call, like 1 hour or something, and then he told me of Fabian and of JoinMyTrip, and so that's then came one thing to another. I called Fabian, we talked, I think, half an hour, and then the plan was made, and I was absolutely sure that I am going to be to Madeira, and now I'm here.
Nice, it's so nice. And as you can see, it's a super beautiful house. You can't see the house in the background, but we do have, it could be worse live at the moment, definitely. And how was it for you, Vivi? How did you find this co-working opportunity?
It's not my first trip. I started, I think, 2-3 years ago. I started to add myself my world trip to the JoinMyTrip platform.
That's so cool.
It didn't went well, but I gave JoinMyTrip a second chance, and then I found another trip with Ellen and Ben with the sailing boat. It was such an experience, so I decided, okay, to join my trip.
Lotus, our house dog.
I changed my mind and said, okay, JoinMyTrip is definitely worth it. And then I found Fabian on Madeira for home office, and stayed longer than expected.
Yeah, you're already here for what? 4 weeks? 5 weeks?
5 weeks, yes. The plan was to stay for 2 weeks for Sylvester, and then the first week of home office, and then I just extended my stay.
Yeah, I think this is the problem of a lot of people going on co-working shows with JoinMyTrip, because usually they tend to extend their stays because once you are in such a beautiful place like this, you actually don't want to leave. And I think also this co-working thing does have a lot of advantages. Maybe we want to talk about what is maybe Mira, for you, the biggest benefit of working remotely in such a villa with other remote workers. What is the thing that you think is the biggest benefit, maybe also for other people that might think about doing that co-working thing? What do you think as a TripMate is the biggest thing?
Well, first of all, for me to have the opportunity to be in the sunshine, it's just so amazing to have the opportunity to stay working on the balcony with the blue sky and the view at the ocean and the clouds. It's just incredible, amazing. And then second of all, what I really do like is that we can inspire each other so much. Yeah, everyone has got an own history or stories to tell. We can learn from each other. It's such a nice feeling just to share things. I think this is one of my, beside to the work situation, which is very great as well, with everyone sitting on one table, very busy, and just have the feeling, oh, I'm kind of in the office as well here.
Just with you colleagues.
But yeah, as well, these personal stories and these knowledges we can share with each other. I think this is so worth and so nice to have it here, instead of being alone somewhere and an own flat or
Definitely.
Just so different.
And Vivi, is there anything besides this that for you is like, this is something that you would, why you would always go again, and the benefits of?
The thing is, I don't want to go, is that in Berlin I have my own apartment. I'm living alone. When you don't have any travel mate, don't have any roommates or partner at home, you're just staying home alone the whole day. Even in Corona times, you don't have any reason to go out. You can't really go out to all the restrictions, so why not working somewhere else with people together? And then, as Mira said already, all the inspiration, all the other people kind of characters, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I think that's for me also the biggest thing, because especially in my job, I mean, you need a lot of inspiration, creativity, and when you're stuck at home and watching the same wall every day, and then you don't have anybody to really talk to, or like about the topics that you want to talk, then you're not inspired anymore.
Exactly, it's evident as well. Yeah, there are a lot of studies saying that traveling or being somewhere else beside your routines is very inspiring, very like forming creativity, coming forward with everything actually. So it's just good to do it from time to time anyway, to go to some other country or learn to get to know to other people and stuff.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you are kind of like, it's kind of Friday evening and then you're on vacation, you're like already in the destination. It's like you can just directly start your vacation, and like we have done already amazing hikes here on Madeira, and I think it doesn't matter where you go. If you go to the Algarve or the Canary Islands, you can just explore the island and you're basically on holiday, but then on Monday you start working again, and on Friday you go on vacation, or maybe you go for a sunset, and it's just, for me personally, it's just so much more motivating than being at home. Okay, at the moment in Germany it's super cold, it's snowing and raining and all that, but I think that's a big benefit for doing this.
Definitely.
And thanks to our bosses, by the way, to give us this opportunity. Seriously, it's so, really, I'm very happy to have this opportunity. I know that some companies are not allowing that. I don't understand it actually, because for me it's just so obviously the best thing to do, but I'm very happy that I have this opportunity.
I mean, next to that, we have a job we can do remotely. Others, doctors, or kind of people working in the hotel, just being one single person at the front office, for example, in a totally empty hotel. You can't really go traveling.
So true. So
we are happy.
Thanks to our bosses for giving us this opportunity. But I think it's like, basically, yes, it's a benefit for both sides, because at the one hand you are happy, and then when you're happy, there are also studies, you can produce better results, and you're just more happy, and you inspire other people, and you can just you're just more happy, and this is the good thing for every boss. So I think it's definitely like a win-win for everybody. And then you think about like, okay, now we're living with 8 people in a villa. We didn't know each other before. It was basically like throwing 8 people in a house, locking the door, kind of. Like, what do you think is the biggest challenge for such a group of strangers, let's say? I mean, by now I wouldn't call us strangers, but like in the beginning, what do you think is the biggest challenge? Maybe Vivi, you wanna?
The biggest challenge, maybe you can start with the biggest learning. On the other hand, we are totally different. Everyone has totally different characters or totally different focuses in life, but we have one common thing. So we love traveling. We are open-minded, because otherwise you wouldn't be on such a trip. So that's most of this common thing. It's just amazing. And then maybe the biggest challenge here is that you have the characters. But you can deal with it. You are open-minded. We are all open-minded. You have still your own room. You can close the door. You can be for yourself. You can go out by yourself. You can just drop the car or just like go somewhere else for yourself. And I think biggest challenge is not really a challenge here.
It's basically,
it makes it creative.
I think I always say it's just talking about things. Like just I mean, we're all grown-ups, that's the good thing. We talk about things. If something is you don't like, you just talk about it. And of course, there's always going to be points where you know, you have to discuss something, but that's also something that you learn from, because it's all about how to deal with different personalities. And
and I think communication is the key for everything. So I think we are good in it, so we just talk. And I thought about this question, and the answer was like, I think this game we played the other day was the biggest challenge for me. This, how do you say it in English? Pantomime? It's an acting game, like describing words by acting, and it was noises. It was fun, but yes, it was challenging, definitely.
Then you could see the people that are definitely really bad losers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right. And like, if you think about the best experience, I think for all of us it's been like more than a week or one of you gonna have already in Madeira. For you, okay, we don't talk about it, it's been longer. But what was for you, Mira, the best experience you can think of right now that you've had in the 10 days that you're here?
I think it's this hike we did the other day. It was and the sunrise as well. So I mean, this is just, I never ever been really over the clouds looking like, wow, am I in the airplane? It's like really like flying, because we were on this rock and like spread our wings and just like, I felt like, I believe I can fly.
She's, by the way, a really good singer.
And this is like, I never saw, of course, the Algarve in Portugal is really lovely as well.
I think we talked about this already.
But now here, what's so amazing for me is this is so natural. I can like feel this isle as it wouldn't be civilized. You know, here are houses and people, of course, but for me, I often see the nature as it would be without buildings and stuff, and it's so natural, so pure, so essential. And then you stay and look over the clouds, and you're like, you're just so blown away, it's so mind-blowing. It's just wow. And I don't even have enough words to describe this feeling.
She doesn't get paid, by the way, to promote Madeira.
Not at all, but it's really worth it to see it, especially for hikers. So if you guys like hiking, wow.
But I think also if you're not a hiker, you can still do it.
Definitely.
Like that's a fun thing to do it in a group, because the whole group will cheer you. So even if you're not like the best, have not the best condition or whatever, the group will push you, and in the end you will be more than proud, and everybody else is going to be proud of you. To just,
I'm not the best hiker either.
You said at the beginning, she
was like super quick. She knew that the poncha was waiting for her at the end of the hike. And for you, Vivi, what was like the best experience?
Next to all the landscapes, and 5 weeks of Madeira have been such an amazing trip. It's just the little lucky moments. I had a talk with with Imke, our yoga teacher here. Just the little moments when you go out, for example, having a poncha in the bar. You can play table tennis when someone is asking. You have the dog here in the garden. Just these little moments where you can just like feel really alive.
Yeah, that's true. It's like the small, especially after times like these, like when you're like stuck at home and everybody's kind of like depressed, and those small moments you actually start valuing even more, as if you would have valued them probably a year ago, when you would basically jump on another plane every weekend and just do like a quick Barcelona trip or whatever. So I think this is also like just something that just makes you like super happy and can.
It's a privilege for me. It's a privilege, and I'm very thankful and grateful to have this opportunity.
And I'm sure it's not the last co-working trip you guys are probably joining. Mira, do you already have plans where to go next?
I think so. Yeah, and you showed me this world. Thank you for that, by the way. I mean, there are ideas of going to the Canary Islands maybe, or I have to think about it a bit more, but definitely I said to myself the other day that 2021 is my year of remote working, traveling, in co-working world, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to see all your pictures of your laptop at the beach and whatever. I'm really looking forward. And what about you, Vivi? Coming back to Madeira, or want to explore something else?
Definitely, I will just drop some things here and just like coming back to Madeira for sure, and then Azores in April, definitely on my bucket list. And then let's see, I've heard that Iceland is a big topic on my trip this year. So this is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think basically every other person you ask wants to go to Iceland this year. At the moment it's not possible, but I think it will be definitely. And it's gonna be a really, really good destination.
Yeah.
Because I think all the landscapes and everything. Wow. Yeah, I think maybe one last question, because we got this a lot, because people are like, yeah, do you feel safe? Is it safe to travel? How do you guys feel here? Because maybe for you guys at the moment in Madeira, we have to you have to enter with a negative PCR test. So basically, everyone that is living in the villa, we know, okay, he or she got tested negative, so we are fine. And besides this, how do you feel on the island or when traveling? Do you think it's how safe do you feel?
Absolutely safe in my case. I'm so safe. It's just nature.
Yeah.
I don't get it I'm just so safe.
I mean, the totally different would be in Berlin, using the public transportation to get to your office, and then being
here
here
the birds
nature,
right now. We are completely in a paradise.
It's safer here. You're staying at home with people that are all negative.
Yeah.
And you're sure about that fact.
Yeah.
And then you can go out in nature. We are still wearing all the masks when we're going into the city.
Yeah.
We are keeping the distance in the city. That's quite good.
Yeah, and I think that's also a good thing about why people choose co-working over normal trips, at least at the moment, because it's not like you go somewhere for 3 days, you go somewhere for at least 2 weeks, and then you can actually, it's not like you're moving around all the time. You're basically on one spot, you work with the same people, and then, especially here, I mean, there's so many, you can hear the birds in the background. It's just so nice and so beautiful. And well guys, thank you. I think it's already, we already talked for a long time. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with JoinMyTrip, with our beloved YouTube community, and also it will be online on podcast. So if you guys are interested in joining a co-working trip, or if you have more questions about how it is to travel as a TripMate, feel free to just contact us. Don't forget to subscribe, to thumb up, like, comment, whatever, share this episode. We are looking forward to our next episode, which will be with our trip leader Fabian. Also another special episode, hopefully also in this beautiful garden. And thanks guys, and have a good day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.